Okay, so there has been something that I've wanted to leak for a month now but never got to it, and that's blood talents. It looks a lot like and even function like boons and flaws. But apparently it's separate. For the positive talents, there's the two original ones, termite and survival kit. But besides that, you can start with more stuff, like notes, aces or knowledge. Notes are literally useless, knowledge is an unknown, so I think only the bonus aces will make an impact. You can also get an increased thirst and hunger bar. This should help people who abuse fishmen survive longer without needing to eat and let the enemy get a free hit. That's the only way I think it's helpful at all. Or maybe layer 2 will make those two bars more impactful. My suggestion is for the player to have reduced damage the more hungry they get. That will make Deepwoken feel more authentic. The next talents are actually good throughout your entire progression. Those are increased damage and increased defense against mobs. These are the only actually good talents. It most likely won't be a huge difference, probably only 10% attack and defense. But it's better than the superficial bonuses the other blood talents are giving. Even on PvP builds, I'll still be using these two talents or the one that give bonus aces. The last two are miscellaneous talents. You can get increased bell progression, which means you won't need to grip Duke 6 times and will only need to grip him 5 times. Or something like that. Once again, pretty small difference, but the last one is completely and utterly useless. It's the ability to pass down more items, which means for the entire time your slot is alive, this talent is useless. And even when it's wiped, you still can't pass down stuff like enchants, so it's still useless. Unlike these positive blood talents, the negative ones will actually greatly impact your gameplay. And unlike the positive ones, it will stay with you even after you reach level 60. I really hope the clown balancing team can figure out this bullshit. The first talent is this. As you can see, it makes you get twice the incoming damage from mobs. I shit you not, a ×2 multiplier. It's like mobs got their own PvE scaling now. Next, there's a talent that lets your armor be permanently broken. Which means you'll be using stranded armor, for life. All of you should know how vital Thresher Scales is, and this talent is quite literally the complete opposite of Thresher Scales. An argument can be made about how natural armor talents and lightweight talent is enough to compensate, but personally, I've never seen people using stranded armor on their max builds. The next talent isn't that big of a handicap, but it's still pretty annoying. It gives you a permanently corrupted depths trial. Which means corrupted enforcer will be added in layer 2, but then again, it's just an enforcer. People can beat enforcer at power 1, so this is really nothing, I guess. Now back to the talents being huge handicaps. To balance out the increased bell prog from positive talent, there's a negative talent that not only slows your bell prog, but make you unable to get a bell. Truly, the peak of equivalent exchange. Resonances will most likely become more vital as more layers are added. You'll probably be able to gain instruments better than a bell. So yeah, the more the game itself gets updated, the worse this talent gets. Okay, that's all the huge handicap talents. The rest are mediocre, but still impact your gameplay at max level. You can be sent to the depths after one death, basically no life king without any upsides. Your healing will be reduced greatly. This will only greatly impact builds like mine which rely on conditioned runner, but for other people it's nothing. Next, you can also choose for items to be more expensive, low impact talent as there's barely anything to buy from shops. You can also choose to lose notes on getting hit, mid-impact talent, as notes can be useful for certain activities. Lastly, you die more easily from fall damage, so anyone who jumps down a mountain can get away from you ganking them, because you'll die if you follow. So actually, now that I think about it, this talent actually does give a strong handicap. Well, that's all the positive and negative blood talents. They'll most likely be edited in layer 2, probably. If you enjoyed the video or found it informative, do like and subscribe. I get up to 6k returning viewers, but my sub count is only 1k. So the majority of you guys are returning to watch these videos but not subbing, which makes no sense. Well, continue watching if you enjoy Deepwoken PvP and whatnot.